Jose Zarate asks, if you could change the sex of one of the SleepyCast members, who would it be, and what would you have sex with them? I changed now, and I have sex with them.
So that's why it goes into the next question.
Well, I called you a little bitch.
Okay. So. I say next question.
I wonder. Okay, look, in reality, I'd wonder what Zach would look like as a girl.
He would have perky milk tits.
Yeah, I think he'd have like huge tits.
What?
You think he would have huge tits?
Why?
I think he'd have a big girl butt.
You think he'd have a big girl butt that you could fuck?
All of it. This is a totally different person.
Do you think you could take girl Zach from behind?
Oh yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, my real answer would be. My real answer would probably
yourself, and you fuck yourself.
Maybe, because like I feel less weird about that.
You can turn your hand.
For some reason,
you could like doll up your hand.
I just wanted to incorporate Zach into this podcast, by the way, because people are asking where the fuck is Zach, and
people are asking.
He's still part of Sleepy Cabin, by the way.
Yeah.
It's cold. We can't get to New York.
Oh yeah, it's very simple. We could explain it the best we could, but it's pretty simple. It's 16 below outside, and Zach lives in fucking New York.
And it's for work.
There you go.
It's very, very.
The only
simple.
way we can do a podcast is if we do it in person.
We're not hiding anything. We're not doing like Zach is in Sleepy Cabin,
guys,
living in New York right now. Hard to get to.
Yes, the fans want to know where he is. We all want him on the podcast.
I would love.
We're still talking to him on Skype. He knows. We just got to get up to get to him. Look.
Yeah,
if anyone wants to fucking complain about like how we haven't gotten him on, guess what? He could have fucking come down here any day of the motherfucking week, and we could have recorded with him too.
And he will come down.
Yeah, and he'll come down probably the exact same reason we haven't gotten up.
Exactly.
It's fucking cold. We're fucking busy.
It is actually like searing, face melting pain. Yeah. Next question.
All right. So here's one. Chris Moore asks, do you guys have any good stories from social high school events, especially prom or other dances? What are your thoughts on them?
Oh, I can tell you my prom experience.
Yeah.
I went with a girl who was obsessed with me, but I didn't like her remotely.
Like at all.
I liked her as a friend, and we went to prom, and she was like really excited about prom. I was just going because I wanted to be nice. Yeah. And the whole night, she was like grinding on my dick and doing like...
Oh, really?
She was doing...
Oh, wow.
She was doing suggestive stuff. But the problem is, it's like the equivalence of like a girl... It's like equivalence of a fucking like obese like whale of a woman that you aren't interested in. Yeah, no, I'm speaking in a sense where it's like someone who doesn't take care of herself. Ooh. She's gross and she thinks highly about herself, but you don't like her at all.
You sound like Donald Trump right now. She's gross, she's disgusting, and
Okay, fine, let me reword that. It's the equivalence of a fucking disgusting homeless man, old guy coming up to you, rubbing his fucking dirty dick all over your leg, being like, doing that to you. Okay, if you don't like the fat whale stinky part, then how about the dirty homeless man? Everybody can fucking relate to the dirty homeless man in New York.
Cory.
So that was the equivalence. She was rubbing her fucking dirty homeless dick all over me the whole night, and I was just pissed.
Was she like slim and attractive?
She was okay, but the problem, but the thing, I didn't like her. If you don't like somebody,
Cory, you're a guy.
I know.
And if it's a girl, obviously it doesn't matter what they look like.
No, see,
it's obviously you
true.
Want to have sex like all the time.
It's true.
You want to rape her.
Believe it or not.
All the time.
Ripley's Believe It or Not. Sometimes guys have tastes and things that walk and move. I don't always want to fuck everything.
In the Guinness Book of World Records, men are the #1 rapists. Okay?
It's true.
It's true. 100% of men rape.
Are you saying you were uncomfortable by a woman being herself? Maybe that's because you're misogynistic.
I'll be honest. Honestly, it was like being sexually harassed and there's nothing you can do.
Women can't sexually harass men because they don't have the power.
But it was basically like by the end of the night, I told her, and what pissed me off was I told her at the beginning, I'm like, hey, we can dance. We can do this stuff, but I'm not doing any dirty dancing to the fucking move it to the right. 6 steps this time. We're not dancing to that. We're not fucking dancing to that song. I'm like, if you start, I told her, I'm like, if you start fucking ass grinding against me, I'm gonna have a few words to say afterwards. She's like, okay. And then, first of all, the punk was the fucking
sign the contract.
The punch wasn't spiked, so there's no reason why she was like dancing like she was fucking wasted.
Yep.
She was all over me. And by the end of the night, I told her, I'm like, we're friends, we're in a band, but I have no interest in you. Okay, it's like I like that you play band, but you like math and other boring shit, and I don't care. And that's what fucked up.
You like math? Get your ass out of my face.
This is basically what it, she like. Okay. She was a mathematician, and she'd tell me math problems, and I'd be like, and
listen, Einstein, I'm not down for these fucking stinky hobo dance.
She was into everything I wasn't into. Basically, the only thing we connected on was band stuff. I know it sounds fucked up to be this direct and blunt.
That's weird, Cory.
It really got to the point where we were laying in the car, and she kept trying to suck my dick in the car.
Why were you laying in the car with somebody? They're gonna want to do something if you're laying in the car with them.
I was in a car. I wasn't laying. I was
Were
kind
your
of
legs kind of spread and you?
No, I was just like waiting to get home. You know, I had my hand on my face. I was like, this fucking night. And then she was still trying to come at it. And what's funny is after I told her off, because I told her off after that, the next time she was a complete cunt to me at band practice. Yeah. She was mean. She was fucking being passive aggressive. And it was just like, what are you, fucking 8? It's like, can you not realize that I have no interest in you? Yeah. Could you not tell that I don't like advances? It's like, but that was my prom experience. I spent $150 on a fucking tux and got basically molested by a girl I didn't really like.
I was talking to some people about prom not so long ago in a chat. It's interesting how much pressure people put on like prom, like even Hollywood, right? So like every Hollywood movie about high school, it's always about prom. And even the kids who are like too cool for prom end up going to prom somehow. And I remember going as well, but...
Wait, you're kind of suggesting you were one of the too cool for prom?
Well, I definitely didn't see the big deal. Like, I didn't care as much, you know, because there was so much pressure. But in retrospect, like, I never think of the prom day. Like, that memory... I have so many memories of friends. So many memories of going out to restaurants or walking on train tracks or being in the woods or doing stupid shit or even playing a game with people on the stream or playing a board game when I was a kid. I don't know, just stupid shit, right? Fights you got in. But... this prom thing that was so built up is one of the least memorable experiences of my fucking life. Like, I've never caught myself sitting there just ruminating. More, I mean, besides like right now or like when it comes up.
Yeah,
but, like,
some people.
I was so bad.
Some
with
people
girls
meet their like true love at proms, and it's like a fucking matchbook heaven thing. But it's like it's different for everybody.
It's true. Some people are gonna have really memorable times. But you ever watch those movies, right? About prom. There's a prom king or queen. There's a couple of losers that end up not being losers, like they're actually cool or whatever, and they're friends now or they're dancing. And then there's like 300 other extras that are on the dance floor that you never hear about or see, right? That to me is 99.999% of people. They were just people at a dance who happened to fucking be on the dance floor, and that was it. They didn't get a main storyline. They didn't get a side storyline. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. And they went home and like you could have had a more memorable experience.
I have a pretty good
sitting right here and watching Cory, you know, play a fucking video game.
I have a pretty good prom story actually. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
In Ireland, it's not called a prom. It's called the Debs. And before the Debs, there's another one. It's called the Grads. And in the Grads, I didn't really know many girls back then. I was just bad with them. And so someone hooked me up with their friend for that. And then that person threw me under the bus and started making fun of me in front of the girl. And then the girl started making fun of me. I just got like bullied by my Debs or by my Grads date. But anyway, that's aside from the point. I didn't really care. I let him do his thing. But that summer, I went to Greece. And I was talking to this guy who recently broke up with his girlfriend. Call him Jack because his name was Jack.
Sure.
And we both got really drunk.
Call him Jack because his name's Jack.
And we got really drunk.
And he was
telling me how much he loved this girl and all that. And he was telling me he was pouring his heart. I kept buying him Sex on the Beaches, those drinks.
Yes.
And we just got fucking hammered. And he was just telling me how much he loved her. He started kind of like tearing up at the end. And then like a couple of weeks later was my prom. And I didn't really know many girls. And the person who someone hooked me up with ended up being his ex-girlfriend.
Oh.
And then he was going with some other girl. And
so he saw you with her.
Yeah, but instead of doing the dirt, I started kind of playing him up to her that whole night. And then she was like, yeah. And then I think like they hooked up by the end of the night.
By the end of it?
Yeah, so I didn't really get anyone that night, but I was
you were the good guy now.
I was happy to see those two kind of rekindle. Yeah. I don't know how they're doing right now. They could be together or could not be, but
that's still a storyline.
It was good.
I mean, your storyline ends with like a pan of you looking at the moon, you know, and then it
pans
pans
like,
up
I did
to
good
the moon.
today, and then you fucking
I hooked up with some
jerk off furiously in the bathroom because you had like the
I was like, they fucking cooked.
There was a dance that it wasn't prom, but there was a dance when I first moved back from Japan to Seattle, and it was in a town south. I think it was in like Renton. I can't remember. Anyways, there was a girl I met through a friend, and so I went down to this dance. We were sitting on the couch and we were drinking Aftershock. Do you know what Aftershock is? It's like a cinnamon type drink, and it has like these crystals at the bottom, sugar crystals.
There's different flavors of the blue one,
so I got really, really drunk. The girls were getting ready. The guys are hanging out. I've never met any of these people. I only knew the girl just kind of. And it was like a dance where the girls asked the guys out or something like that. And so we're sitting there, and a guy comes in, not dressed for a dance at all, comes up the stairs. We're all on the couch. He's like, get up. We get up. he fucking moves the cushions and he pulls a fucking gun out from the fucking couch.
What?
Fucking takes out the clip, looks at it, puts it back in, puts it behind like his pants, and then leaves. I was like, oh, this is a great part of town. Can't wait to go to this party.
That's where I am now.
So before we even got to the dance, I had pretty much drank a lot of the. I mean, you guys know me. When I drink a lot,
Yeah,
and I drink very, very fast. And especially in this scenario, I think I was just uncomfortable because I didn't know any of these people.
Yeah.
So I probably felt like I needed to compensate by drinking as much as I possibly could. Anyways, I was so fucking plowed, I blacked out before we even got to the dance. We get to the dance. It's in like the gym part of the school. And all I remember is as soon as we got in, not like 2 minutes later, I needed to go to the bathroom. And then I just remember staring into a toilet and puking a lot. Mm-hmm. And then I remember some angry people pulling me up and dragging me out. I guess in retrospect, I think it was a couple of teachers, but I guess I was loud enough puking in the bathroom because the bathroom was part of the gym. Like it was like right off the side of the gym. So there's this dance going on, and then there's this guy just puking, and me not being a part of that school, I guess, was an even bigger problem.
Yeah.
So these teachers just didn't want me to be there. So they just grabbed me. I just remember being picked up. I remember being outside, sitting on the steps, blacking out again, and then I was in a bed in this house.
Stranger's bed?
Yeah, in this house that I did not even know. And when I woke up, she was gone. She had left. So I don't know if she came back with me or not, but she was gone. My date, and I didn't know anyone at this house. And I got up. There's like a couple people sleeping on the couch, whatever. And I just kind of crept out of the house. I walk out, it's like fucking like 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning. It was in the summer, so, you could still kind of see the light. And it was just such a creepy thing. Like I survived a fucking car crash or something. I just felt like stranded on another planet. Because it was like, I'm like hungover. I have no idea where I am. I didn't have a cell phone back then,
Yeah.
And I'm in the neighborhood. I have no idea where it is. There's no Uber. There's no...
It's like the Twilight Zone.
No, I ended up being able to find... Because when we first moved there, we were staying in like an extended stay hotel type place. So I was able to eventually call that place and they have my mom come pick me up. But
Your mom.
Well, this is high school,
I know.
But still, I didn't have a car at the time, because we had just moved back.
Imagine the time I woke up in a tent, in a girl's tent, with just girls' clothes on.
You had girls' clothes on?
Well, just the mud boot, or what do you call them? I call them wellies because I'm from Ireland, but the boots to get rid of like mud?
Yeah.
Just girls' ones with those on. That was all I was
Lyle,
wearing.
you woke up with Uggs?
Pretty much, I was wearing nothing else.
You're just hairy now.
Fucking high.
People were saying they watched me wandering naked around the campsite.
Yeah, I've got a few wandering
at
around naked stories.
Yeah, it was a music festival.
What the fuck, dude?
I was on drugs. It was years ago.